Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. And through the Spirit, I wanted to touch on something that Apostle Tahar talked about, and a couple of brothers did lessons on. But Apostle Tahar talked about this a little bit, but he was talking about, your pineal gland and your gut health. But I really want to focus more on the pineal gland because he mentioned something that said that a lot of reasons Jake is bugged out and hyper violent is because they have that pineal gland calcified, man. And a lot of that comes from the food they eat and things that they use in life, man. All right, but this is Sirach chapter 30. I'm gonna start at verse 14. Better is the poor being sound and of strong constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Death is better than a life of continual sickness. I think I think that should say of, but Slovakia. But yeah, so I brought that out because if your pineal gland is calcified, you're not healthy. No matter what type of shape you're in, no matter what food you eat, if your pineal gland is calcified, you are not healthy. Because ultimately, it's called the third eye. So it's blocking your spirituality, man. All right. Ultimately, Isaiah 6 talks about how the Most High sends angels to unlock minds. So if the Most High wanted to, he can unlock not unlock, but decalcify your pineal gland in a snap of a finger, right? That won't block Yahweh Bashim Yahshai from sending instructions and so on and so forth. But it's still important to decalcify it if you can, right? If you do have one that's calcified. All right, so this is 11 powerful supplements to detoxify your pineal gland, boost the brain power, and increase vitality, right? Because your pineal gland it controls your sleep cycle and controls your access to spirituality. It'll help you dream better. When it's decalcified. It controls the production of melatonin. All right, so I'm just go get to the point. Supplement number one is iodine, right? Iodine is a mineral found in sea vegetables like seaweed or kelp. Iodine chelates heavy metals such as mercury, lead, cadmium, and aluminum, as well as fluoride. All right, so iodine will also remove heavy metals out of the body. Apostle Sahar mentioned in that video how a lot of Jake is bugged out today, younger ones especially, with all types of mental issues like ADHD and bipolar issues, and also what's that one called? Slovakia. When you on autism and stuff like that, it's because they're getting jabbed up by these doctors, man. These physicians of no values, man. So then they get jabbed up by them, and it installs heavy metals into their systems, which ultimately get attracted to the brain. So iodine is an element that'll help remove heavy metals from the brain as well as fluoride. Now there's a sea iodine product I take from Amazon. I believe it's under $7 by a company called Life Extension. All right, so actually let me just show it real quick, Lord willing. Yep, sea iodine, my Life Extension. Yeah, so this right here is only $6, and you get 60 caps, veggie caps. So there's no gelatin in the capsules, and all right. So you want to take one of these a day, right? And me personally, when I first started taking it, I started having more vivid dreams, man. But this is something I started taking even before the truth, because before the truth, I was into decalcifying the pineal gland, which low key, probably helped me finding the truth. Even though through the spirit, the truth is gonna find it no matter what, right? But I'm just talking as a man, Salakia. So number two is she legit. She legit is like a black pitch substance from the top of mountains, right? They got she legit pills, but the true she legit is it's like almost like a black tar substance. But you just add that to water and take it. But the better the quality she legit, the more expensive it is, man. And she legit is right behind sea moss and how many minerals it has. So she legit is very potent, man. All right, she legit is a plant material produced over millions of years from plants preserved in dark crevices of the Himalayan mountains. She legit forms a thick resin that's packed with 85 different trace minerals, including fulvic acid. I never took she legit before, but I know it's expensive. All right, the highest quality she legit I found is authentic she legit. The Wadi Abashimi, I'll try this person created links for everything. So yeah, so this is $60. So you just take this black pitch substance and add it to some water, and that has 85 different minerals in it, right? I believe sea moss has about 90 or damn near out of the 102 that the human body needs. So this is good stuff, man. Authentic she legit comes in the form of thick, sticky goo. You dissolve in a small amount of warm water before drinking it. All right. And the third one is fulvic acid. I take fulvic acid as well but this also gets expensive too. The higher quality it is, right? Fulvic acid helps eliminate toxins and heavy metals, supporting the de-calcification process. All right, so this is the same thing I do. I add this to water. I have a dropper. I add that to water. Actually, I'm out of that. I gotta re-up, Lord willing. All right. Plant-based water extracted fulvic ionic minerals X350 is like an American version of She Legit. It contains fulvic acid, humic acid, essential amino acids, and 77 trace minerals. Due to its high concentrations, you only need about 6 drops in some water, and That's what I do, right? But this is not the brand that I use. Salakia. Let me go back to Amazon because the brand that I use is about $50, or I think 48 to be exact. But this is 54. It's in a black bottle. Yep, this is it. Yeah, so you just takes it's $48, but it's 180 servings, so it does last. All right, so you just add 6 drops of this into a bottle of water and be on your way. All right. Personally, I use spring water compared to purified water, but this right here is made from purified water as well, so it is what it is. Number 4 is turmeric. All right, turmeric is helpful in removing calcification from your pineal gland. Chaga mushrooms, activator X. Activator X, I believe, is vitamin K2. All right, so it's just called activator X. I believe it. All right, so activator X combines vitamins K1 and K2. Vitamin K1 occurs in rapidly growing green leafy plants. All right, so activator X is a combination of K1 and K2. I never tried it before, so I can't even say it. Number 7 is raw cacao. Cacao, this which is where chocolate comes from. A raw cacao isn't as sweet as chocolate, but it'll get the job done. Usually, things that taste good aren't good for you, but things that are bitter tasting and stuff like that, those are the best things for you, man. All right, especially if you're not used to eating healthy, it's gonna be absolutely disgusting to you, but you gotta muscle through it. All right, number 8 is tamarind. All right, I didn't even know that tamarind, which is a fruit, removes calcification from the pineal gland, but tamarind is hard to find, man. You can find tamarind flavored things, but actual tamarind is hard to find. All right, number 9 is raw apple cider vinegar. Now, Pastor Tahar brought this out as well too, about how you want to get one that has I believe he mentioned this brand too, Bragg, but you want to get one that has the mother in it, man. Mother is like a dark brown powdery substance that you see in the bottom of the bottle. All right, yeah, so this is the brand I use as well, but I don't buy straight apple cider vinegar. But I'll get is apple cider vinegar drinks, right? So they'll have this, a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar mixed with honey, some water, and some cinnamon, or or whatever. But the drinks are made by the same company, so it's the same apple cider vinegar. Number 10 is boron. All right, and knowing this is important. Decalcifying your pineal gland is important because like Apostle Tahar said, a lot of times you see Jake bugging out in these fast food restaurants, man. And it is not the people that's doing it. It's because their pineal gland is calcified, and it's lucky, and the food that they're eating from there, man. You don't see Jake bugging out on long lines at PDQ or Chick-fil-A. Even though those are still fast foods, it's not like McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Church's Chicken or Popeyes, right? You'll see Jake bugging out over there, man, hopping over counters, right? Even shooting employees if they get their order wrong, jumping through the drive-through window. These happens at places that serve this poisonous food that decalcifies your pineal gland. Because if your pineal gland is decalcified, it's easier to be programmed on the right hand side through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But if it's calcified, it's easier to be programmed on the left hand side by Esau Edom, man. All right. So when you have your pineal gland calcified and you're eating these foods like McDonald's and Burger King, and then you got Jake in the hood watching just straight, hyper violent things such as action movies and these music and videos that talk about killing each other 24/7. You're now being programmed on the left hand side, which makes it easier for you to act out and rash out like that, man. Which makes it easier to be violent against the people that look like you, man. All right. Again, it's all part of the curses, but at the same time, you got to do what you can do, right, to prevent such things, man. The first thing you could do is serve the Lord, man. All right, because scriptures say when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So the first thing you got to do is serve the Lord. Next, you got to take care of yourself, man. All right. Number 11 in the pineal gland supplements that would decalcify it is green superfoods. Oh, Slakia, I skipped 10. Boron, and is it says is an antidote to fluorine. All right, so when your pineal gland is calcified, these supplements will decalcify it, and some of them will even take the calcium from your pineal gland and go direct it back to your bones. If not, you'll just extract it out via urine or sweat. All right, boron is good for that. But also, it helps raise testosterone too. All right, because I take boron. All right, but it's always best to get it from food sources, man. All right, number 11 is green superfoods. All right, chlorophyll is what makes plants green. All right, chlorophyll is what makes plants green. So chlorophyll is basically the life of plants, right? If they say blood is the life of a man, then chlorophyll is the life of plants. All right, so eating chlorophyll will not only remove heavy metals from your blood, but also decalcify your pineal gland. Chlorophyll dense foods like chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass also increase oxygen levels, repair damaged tissue, and boost the immune system. All right. Now they had a picture on one of these tabs of a calcified pineal gland. I wanted to show Salakia. Oh, sun gazing also. When they say when the sun is about 10 minutes away from setting, and when the first 10 minutes of the sun rising, you can look directly into the sun and it'll decalcify your pineal gland. All right, but one of these tabs had an image of a pineal gland that was calcified by Salakia. But I want to get one more point, then I'll wrap it up with that. But yeah. So earlier I mentioned how it's easier for you to be programmed by Esau Edom on the left hand side if your pineal gland is calcified, and this is what they were studying, in Nazi Germany, man. All right, Salaki, I had it on one of these tabs. Hitler's plan to make sterile zombies. This wasn't the tab I had though, Salakia. Actually, this picture is kind of important. It shows how much fluoride is in each of these bottled waters. All right. All right. So basically, this is the range of how much fluoride each bottle has. All right. So Aquafina seems pretty low at 0.19 at the lowest and zero point zero 0.09 at the highest. Arrowhead is high at the highest at 1.3. Right. So you want to stay away from Arrowhead as much as possible. Really, you want to stay away from Arrowhead, Crystal Geyser, Fiji. You want to stay away from Fiji, Evian, and Poland Springs and Zephyr Hills. You really want to stay under 0.10. But at the same time, you also want to stay away from toothpastes that have fluoride added to it, right? Because if you have a toothpaste that has fluoride added to it, right, it's gonna have something else on the label, man. It's gonna have a poison center phone number on it, right? Now, poison center phone number is only on toothpaste that has fluoride added to it, right? If you have toothpaste with no fluoride in it, you won't see if you swallow this by accident, call the poison hotline. You won't see that number on there. You won't see that warning label on there. Only on toothpaste that has fluoride added to it, you see that, man. But really, the point was I wanted to get before I wrapped up was that in so-called Nazi Germany, they use fluoride to calcify the pineal gland of the people to make them, more subservient and more submissive. All right. Nazi Germany used water fluoridation in concentration camps to sterilize the humans and force them into calm submission. Right. This is why you don't see a lot of Jake lashing out today, man. Right. You got inflation, right? You got high gas prices. You got food running out of the shelves. You got supply chain issues. All right. And you sit and you wonder, like, why is Jake not starting a revolution, or even the people, right? The people in general, why are people ain't raising up, right? It's because they've been fluoridated, man. And it's easier to program people when they're fluoridated, when they have a high level or when they have their pineal gland calcified, man. All right, but I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great Milson that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom and abad wabal.